No doubt you've heard the expression, if mama's not happy, nobody's happy. But how happy are America's moms? Cafe Mom, the largest online community for moms, wanted to know how the mothers around the country rate their quality of life in order to get a better perspective about women, their families, and society overall. And here's what they learned. It is now the #1 site for moms on the web, connecting 6.5 million moms and moms-to-be on all aspects of life.
I do wish I had more time to focus on my personal health.
My biggest stress would definitely be financial.
I don't feel I'm disciplining my daughter well at all.
Moms have so many concerns. Actor and co-founder Andrew Shue says Cafe Mom is a social networking site designed for them to connect and share with one another.
Cafe Mom, it really is all about moms serving each other. Moms form their own groups around hundreds and hundreds of topics. It could be moms trying to quit smoking, moms raising an ADHD kid.
Cafe Mom asked 2,000 moms across the country about the quality of their lives for the first ever Mom Index, tracking moms' outlook on themselves, kids, relationships, money, and the government. In general, moms seem pretty satisfied with family relationships and themselves. But the index found half of moms are not satisfied with their sex lives. Moms on average are having sex 1.5 times a week. Not so shocking when you hear how many moms feel about their physical appearance. The Mom Index found only 31% of moms are happy with how they look. And a surprising 45% of moms want to lose more than 25 pounds.
If I could change one thing, just my weight, just for it to magically just fall off and go away and never come back.
But what is making moms happy? Their kids.
My kids are very good at making me feel good about myself. They're very into giving compliments, especially on my down days. They'll come up to me and they'll just say something like, "Mommy, you're great. Mommy, I love you." And it kind of makes everything else, a lot better.
Moms are very optimistic about their kids' futures, with 96% saying their kids are growing up with the right values. 81% feel they are spending enough quality time with their children. Andrew Shue is a parent and one of the co-founders of Cafe Mom. Laura Fortner is the executive vice president. They're going to talk to us more about this. This was fascinating how you all put this together. First of all, good morning to you both.
Thanks.
Remind people again, Andrew, because when they see you, they're like, "Hey, Billy, Melrose Place," why this is so important to you, how you became involved.
Yeah, I became a dad and found out firsthand that moms rule the world. And, we started Cafe Mom with the belief that moms, need each other. But now we're starting to see just, how much moms need everybody else to help them. At Cafe Mom, we have 7 million moms coming through every month. We listen to them intently. But for the first time ever, we're going to be able to measure how their lives are doing. We measure everything in America about the economy, the presidential poll ratings and everything. But moms lead our families. 40 million moms with kids at home, that's over half our population, driving their values, their education, the economy. So to be able to measure how she's doing is a big deal. So this is the first time ever. We're going to have a Mom Index. Every quarter we'll be able to bring it out in partnership with Good Morning America. So this
Thank you for that.
A very, very exciting thing that we're launching
And
today.
there are some benefits to this. I mean, you were able to learn some things, and how does it help, Laura?
Yeah, some really terrific insights. So the Mom Index measures 5 key aspects of a mom's life: her kids, her relationships, herself, how she's doing as a person, money, and then the world on a larger scale. And it takes all of that, and we create an overall score on a 0 to 100 basis to see what her level of life satisfaction is. So our first national Mom Index came out to a 76. So that's a C+. It's a passing grade.
Right.
So it's encouraging in some respects, but there's certainly room for improvement in there. And as we look at those 5 dimensions, we find, as we heard in the piece, parenting, very great satisfaction from her kids and her home life and the relationships at home. Herself, she struggles with that time for herself, given all the other responsibilities she has. Doesn't feel great about her physical appearance. 31% say they're not happy with the way they look. As we look to money, not surprisingly, the biggest source of anxiety for moms. 1 in 5 of the households that we surveyed said that they lost a job in the past year. So clearly they're feeling that impact in the mix. And then with the world and the government, they just don't trust the government's really going to improve their lives. They really feel like they need to rely on themselves.
Is there anything that jumped out at you, Andrew, when you were looking at these numbers?
I think there's some good surprises there, but I think it's more about how she's feeling about the relationships close to her husband or significant other and her kids. And it was good to see that 85% of the moms, if they had to do it all over again, would pick the same spouse So that's a positive.
Since you're
thing.
newly married, I'm sure you really appreciate that.
I hope she'll do it all over again.
Right.
But then, there were some things that I think are a little bit surprising, and as you were just talking about, I think moms, they need to be able to have those outlets or those other relationships. They need to be able to express themselves with their talents. So we all, us dads and everybody else in society, the media, we have to figure out how to bolster her, because if she's not doing well, our society's not doing well.
And so, Laura, when you look at the information that's coming in, and moms will do this, and they're going to go online and they're going to check it out. You have 6 million people. It's the most popular site for moms. How do they take this information and better their situations?
Well, what was interesting, when we look at the most satisfied moms in America, there were some lessons that jumped out of it beyond just the demographics, the higher income, or what made for the happiest things in terms of those situations, but really 3 key paths to life satisfaction. The first is connections. Those relationships outside of the home, so important. The average mom said she has 2 friends, but yet we're seeing more online friends come into play, where they're spending 19 hours a week connecting with online friends. So being able to foster those connections, really important for moms and their satisfaction. Control, having a sense of their day-to-day control over their day-to-day lives, and that depends on what dimensions are feeling like they're spinning out of control, whether that's their finances or their kids' behavior or their own personal eating habits, whatever they need to get on top of. And then thirdly, it's that outlet for self-expression, challenge, personal development that's often squeezed with all the other things that are going on, that they don't get to go back to those interests and things that satisfy them for themselves.
Never enough time.
Exactly.
Never enough time. Never enough time to talk with you both. And I know that it's going to be an ongoing relationship that we have. The moms that we have in the audience, is this going to be helpful for you, this information that we're talking about, and being able to translate it to your lives? You can speak up. Don't be shy. Absolutely. All right. Thanks. So all of a sudden they're camera shy. Before in the commercial breaks, they're like, pipe down. No. But thank you, Laura and Andrew. Thank you so much. And do you want to know the score on the Mom Index? Go to abcnews.com/GMA to take the quiz and find out what your number is.